Hello everybody, this is a part 2 to the West Memphis 3. We're going to go into the suspects today. We're also going to go over these two cards that we got before. But let's start with the suspects. Actually, I want to start with the parents, who could possibly be suspects, we don't know. Not saying they are, not saying they aren't. So, Mark and Melissa Byers. What do they have to do with the West Memphis 3? Mark and Melissa Byers. You got the Three of Swords, the Hermit, and the Hierophant. So somebody, 3 people heartbroken. I just wanted to see one thing. We're also going to go over the list of what this card means. So, Mark and Melissa Byers. I don't know if they were heartbroken, caused heartbreak. Somebody was a hermit in solitude. And somebody could have been playing a religious or a spiritual god. What are their names? Todd and Dana Moore. Please tell me what you can about Todd and Dana Moore when it comes to the West Memphis 3. What do Todd and Dana Moore have to do with the West Memphis 3? Todd and Dana Moore. We have Strength, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords. So the courage to endure, a female fire sign, and a male air sign possibly. What can you tell me about Pam Hicks and Terry Hobbs, please? Pam Hicks and Terry Hobbs. We got the Judgment, 9 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. So a judgment call, a possible second chance at something. The Wounded Warrior, going in one more time, another chance. And again, the hitting, this, to me, this card is being hit in the head with something heavy. This came out for Christopher. So this is Pam and Terry Hobbs. Pam Hicks and Terry Hobbs. What can you tell me about David Jacoby, please? David Jacoby. Ten of Swords, the Moon, and the Queen of Swords. So, like that says, ruin, betrayal, an ending of a cycle, a transformation, secrets, the Mother. Queen of Swords is usually somebody that cuts you off verbally. Could be a widow. That's David Jacoby. Okay. What can you tell me about L.G. Hollingsworth and Buddy Lucas? L.G. Hollingsworth and Buddy Lucas. You got the Justice, the Seven of Cups, and the Star. This card was connected to Stevie. So this is about the two young L.G. Hollingsworth and Buddy Lucas. That's kind of ironic. He's pouring both jugs out into the water. They had to make a decision. Back to that being sold a fantasy. This is my Jody Arias card. So, an extreme killing. Because something wasn't reciprocal. And the Star is usually hope, rejuvenation, but it's also something unattainable. Can you tell me about the Mr. Bojangles guy, please? The Mr. Bojangles guy. Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So, money, a wife, like that card says, cruelty and failure. Alright, leave that there. Can you tell me about this ancestor, please? The ancestor. So we got the Devil, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Maybe somebody with addictions. That is a couple. Maybe something, a hereditary addiction passed down through the lineage. This usually signifies a man with money. Can you tell me about the Swarm, please? When it has to do with the West Memphis 3. Waiting for this guy to come up again. The Sun, the King of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So, happiness, a passionate male that is greedy, holding on to either feelings or money. What else can you tell me about the ancestor, please? The ancestor, a man that holds the key to excess, or he has an illness. Again, Two of Cups, a couple. You tell me about the swarm, please. The lilies and the children. Happy life, but family sorrow if surrounded by clouds. Immorality, being immoral with children. Can you tell me about Mark and Melissa Byers, please? I got the book and the house. The book presages the discovery of a mystery affecting the person for the better in the degree governed by distance. The house denotes success in all ventures. Present conditions are unpleasant. The future will be happy and prosperous. Also predicts marriage. Can you tell me about who is this? Todd and Dana Moore, please. Okay. The handshake and the bride. Todd and Dana Moore. Hand in hand indicates confiding disposition or financial success. The bride ensures for a single person the fulfillment of their highest aims when near a distant, turbulent married life. The handshake came out with Christopher. Can you tell me about Pam, Hicks, and Terry Hobbs, please? We have the birds and the rapiers. The birds signify dire misfortune and fierce enemies when near. The rapiers warns us against assaults which threaten and will occur sooner or later. Can you tell me about David Jacoby? The sun in the park. So happiness and popularity. And it could speak of worry and anxiety. And new love when near. False friends if far. The park. Can you tell me about LG Hollingsworth and Buddy Lucas, please? LG Hollingsworth and Buddy Lucas, the mouse in the coffin. The mouse denotes loss by theft that will be irretrievable. Coffin foretells acute illness or loss of property. Can you tell me about Mr. Bojangles guy? All right. Mr. Bojangles guy is connected to, if there is a Mr. Bojangles guy, the ancestor. He got the letter, the broken glass in the park. Letter, good tidings, unexpected good fortune. The broken glass, ill luck for long years, or death of a friend. And the tree, good health and fulfillment of highest hopes. Okay. Going to clean this up and then we'll get back to the ancestor and the swarm. All right, you guys, let's get some more information on the ancestor. Give me one card for the ancestor, please. Can you give me one card for the swarm? I'm going to tell you what I think happened. So either let me find the book. Okay, I'm not going to tell you yet what I think happened. We'll go over all of this card and then if it matches, well, basically I think the boys caught either, I feel like a deal was made. I feel like I don't know if it was Christopher's parents and Stevie's stepfather blackmailing, trying to consort money somehow from Michael's parents. But I also feel between, this is my thoughts, allegedly, not saying it happened, between Christopher's mother or Stevie's mother, one of the mothers, even Michael's mother. Somebody's mother was, they might have all been swinging or something, and somebody got blackmailed along the way. Something to that effect. My opinion, this had nothing to do with the three young men that were charged at the time. This has everything to do with either the parental figures and the law enforcement, but maybe the parental figures blackmailing another parental figure. This reminds me of the 80s swinging thing with the cocaine and swinging and neighbors and all of that good stuff. Not good stuff, actually, but that's what it was at that time. So let's read this. Forrester. You are being asked to foster something that was first developed by someone else. Take pride in how you bring it on. If you want to learn the skills, apply to the experts. There is a formidable agenda attached to what you've taken on, but you can get there. Love and hate, peace and war, thunder and lightning are the mixed messages being received here. Being in two minds is one problem, but consider whether you or another are not being ambivalent, because there is another unspoken agenda in the ring. Interesting. Educate. And what's screaming out to me is that one sentence where Terry Hobbs says, "I'll teach his ass." So, what I think was, I don't know if allegedly one of the boys were being, or two of the boys were being sexually abused at home, possibly. And all three, don't let me. So this was strength in numbers, organized action in response to a threat, belief in a cause, conformity. So the boys did not want to conform. They got together as the three of them. I think it was Stevie had his pocket knife. They were going to teach somebody a lesson, and that did not go well. So the warrior in reverse. Ambition. Letting the challenges defeat or overwhelm you means you are working against your better judgment. Step into the breach and make a counter challenge before the ground is taken out from under you. Keyword challenge, emblem sword. So now I'm going to go over, or let's see if we can get some more information on that one. Or like they said, they ran into the stepfather doing some weird freaky stuff in the woods. Wrong place, wrong time, and we're going to be taught a lesson. But for some reason that's not what I picture here. Can you tell me more about the swarm, the strength in numbers, please? We got the chariot card with Christopher. I've got the King of Swords, the warrior with the swords, and this is about strength in numbers. So a male air sign cutting things off, cutting travel off. Can you tell me about the organized action, please? So, Nine of Swords and Two of Cups, which I just got regarding this. Can you tell me about belief in a cause? Alliance and a Fool. So maybe this would be Stevie with this knife. He was going to go after his stepfather. He had the idea he was going to foolishly go after his stepfather. He had two alliances behind him. That's for belief in a cause. And can you tell me about conformity? Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So a female, receive money in regards to this. All right, for the ancestor. So I'm thinking something happened in April with a piece of unstable furniture, which would give somebody a sign of what was going on. And so maybe some piece of furniture broke in April. Somebody needs to think back. And that might give a clue to what happened on May 5th. Okay, had to shush the grandson a little. They don't know anything about inside voice. All right, can we talk about the hereditary weakness? Eight of Cups and the Lovers. So walking away from okay. I might see this as trying to walk away from societal life, or trying to conform to fit into societal life, but they have a hereditary weakness, whoever this person was. Can you tell me about thrush? Interesting. So thrush is the fungal infection of the mouth. We have the Ten of Swords and the Sun. That came out with David Jacoby. And the Sun came out with the L.L. Hollingsworth and the Buddy Guy. This just screams oral sex to me. Can you tell me about the false statement? Who did that come out with? That came out with the Byers. King of Pentacles came out with him before. It also came out with the Bojangles guy. So there was an older male with money that caused sorrow or heartbreak of 3 hearts. And this is the false statement. This is probably the older male convincing those teenagers to take the rap in some way. Can you tell me about the morbid dependency? So somebody juggling and seeking direction, but the morbid dependency never ends. It's infinite, always depending on women and fate, but that changes. So you guys when you look into the situation, who to you seemed morbidly dependent? Can you tell me about the staggering sickness, please? Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. So somebody, rocky times, financial loss, a hardship, and somebody always declining. Hold on. Somebody self-absorbed in a daze. This is for the staggering sickness that feels left out in the cold. It's a trivial loss. For the Champerty, now this is what they need to look into, this Champerty. It is an illegal agreement in which a person with no previous interest in a lawsuit finances it with a view to sharing the disputed property if the suit succeeds. Can you tell me about the Champerty, please? Who did we just get the star with? The death and the star. So somebody was going to make money off of somebody else's life insurance. That's what I say. This might have been a life insurance lawsuit, something to that effect. Blackmailing situation. The megrims is depression, low spirits, caprice, unhappiness, a mental state characterized by a pessimistic sense of inadequacy and a despondent lack of activity. A whim, fancy, headache, migraine. You tell me about the megrims, please. So a Knight of Cups, a younger water sign in the home, and the home came up with Michael in the original spread. Paranoia. Can you tell me about the Paranoia, please? Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This to me is somebody was in love with somebody that they worked with. Paranoia, and they were paranoid about it. Can you tell me about the overdose, please? This is the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Somebody defiant, standing their ground, a younger fire sign. Can you tell me about the imprisonment, please? The Emperor with the Page of Wands. So an older male who had already been imprisoned for messing with a younger fire sign female, or should be in prison for that reason, and somebody powerful and authoritative. And can you tell me about the unstable furniture, please? The Strength card and the Tower card. So if this isn't a Leo woman, it's a woman trying to tame her partner's proclivities that are deeply rooted, dark, and sinister, but there is a crow raven there that speaks of death. So this woman did know, and did know that a unexpected catastrophe, a destruction of pride and ego, crumbling of the foundation was going to happen. Let's ask about these two guys, and then we'll go into a pot 3. Somewhere down the line, go more into the suspects. Tell me about the Forester, please. Tell me about the Swarm, please. So the Forester has the Empress and the Justice. So this is somebody's mother working with law enforcement. Somebody's mother that worked for law enforcement, working with law enforcement in a devious way. The law, a lawsuit, the blackmailing, and the Warrior in reverse this Knight of Pentacles and the Hangman. So this is a young man that is being sacrificed. Might have been drugged, might have not. And usually the next day he is going to face an execution. He's vulnerable, in a vulnerable position. So what I believe happened is this is all allegedly the work of Terry Hobbs and others. The main target was going to be Stevie. I think Christopher was brought in on it allegedly by his parents. I think Terry Hobbs has some deep-rooted sexual traumas from childhood. And I think these boys were getting together and they were trying to take a stand against him. And like this says, educate. And he said, I will teach you a lesson. Okay, thank you guys.